You and many thanks for making time to be with us. This is The Insight here on Lookuptv on this 20th day of December 2023. Now remember, you can watch this particular bulletin live on our Facebook and YouTube pages at Lookuptv. I am Ian Keitani and our sign language interpreter is Josephine Auko. Before we give you the stories of the day, let's have a look at what's making headlines today.
Tonight on The Insight, Police IG Japheth Kome recalls officers on leave as he cautions motorists over accidents during the holiday season. The push and pull between Jubilee Party faction continues as the Sabina Chege-led faction holds a meeting at Safari Park in Nairobi, claiming that had she been picked as running mate, Azimio would have won the elections.
Wakachukua leso yake, wakamfunga kwa shingo, wakamnyonga. Alikufa kwa kifo kigumu sana, kifo cha uchungu.
And a family in Kakamega County is mourning the death of their kin who died under unclear circumstances.
Now, welcome to the program. We start this bulletin with matters road safety. And the Inspector General of Police, Japheth Kome, has issued a strong warning to motorists intending to disobey the traffic rules and regulations this festive season. Now, Kome says there will be heavy deployment of traffic police across the country to ensure drivers and pedestrians are there to reduce accidents. Now, in the same breath, Kome also warned drivers against drunk driving while assuring the nation all plans are in place to secure the Christmas and New Year festivities.
Actually, these fatalities, most of the lives lost is in the border industry. Na mimi naomba wazazi tafadhali, hii mambo watoto wetu wako likizo kule kwa kijiji, unataka kupatia mtoto wako bodaboda aendeshe. Juzi I was driving along the highways, naona mmoja mtoto ako na pikipiki na ako na warembo watatu wamebeba nyuma, iko na watu 4 wameenda wakipiga gumzo. Wazazi tafadhali, watoto wako na nyinyi nyumbani, msiwapatie pikipiki. Wana driver license. Na mtoto hapa anazungumuza, tafadhali tusikumbuke hata yule mtoto wako university yako na miaka 20, huyo bado is under your care. Hata hao ako nyumbani wawe na nidhamu, wasiende kuendesha pikipiki. Naomba wenye bodaboda tafadhali, tuko na shida na bodaboda, tushirikiane. When we lose even one life, it's very painful to us. Na watu wametumia magari zao kwenda kwa PSV kubeba wananchi. Lakini nauliza, hata mwananchi unaingia kwa gari kama hiyo ambayo ina insurance, unajua jambo likifanyika you on your own. Lakini we have a major crackdown.
Now, Majid Al-Futam, let's take that again. And Majid Al-Futam, the UAE-based retail operator of the Carrefour stores here in the country, says it will appeal the 1.1 billion shillings fine that the Competition Authority of Kenya imposed on the franchise for abusing buyer power over two suppliers. Now, the CAK penalized the French retail chain on Tuesday for exploiting its influence over Pwani Oil Products Limited and Woodlands Company Limited.
A day after being fined 1.1 billion shillings for abusing buyer power over two suppliers, Majid Al-Futam, the retail operator of Carrefour stores in the country, now says it will appeal the 1.1 billion fine that CAK imposed on the franchise. In a statement dated December 19th, Majid Al-Futam expressed surprise at the CAK's decision, given that the affected suppliers had withdrawn their complaints and renewed their partnership agreement with Carrefour. The statement reads, and I quote, Majid Al-Futam has full confidence in the fairness and integrity of our business practices and is appealing the Competition Authority's decision. Majid Al-Futam emphasized its commitment to upholding global best practices, including antitrust and competition laws, to foster fair competition in all business aspects. The operator pledged to continue contributing to Kenya's development agenda through sustainable business operations and long-term social support initiatives in education, health, social inclusion, and poverty eradication. The regulator ordered Carrefour to revise all suppliers' contracts, removing clauses that enabled buyer power abuse such as listing fees, rebate collections, and unilateral delisting of suppliers. Carrefour was also instructed to refund a total of 16.8 million in rebates and 500,000 billed as marketing support to Woodlands and Pwani Oil. The fine is the largest ever imposed by CAK. Brian Amwai, Lookuptv.
On to matters communication now, and ICT CS Eliud Owalo was appointed David Mugonyi as the Director General of the Communications Authority of Kenya. Now, Mugonyi is currently the head of the Presidential Communication Service. He takes over the CA Director General position from Ezra Chiloba, who resigned from the position in October this year. On to matters politics, and the wrangles within the Jubilee Party continue as the Sabina Chege-led faction maintains they are the legitimate members of the party. The faction that converged in Nairobi slammed the Kioni-led faction, saying they do not own the party. This comes and as the Kioni-led faction dismissed the meeting, saying it is a knee-jerk reaction after they started popularizing the party at the grassroots level.
We are happy to be here. Jubilee is a national party. Jubilee is not a tribe.
Nominated MCA, like with what?
How many members of NEC support whatever he's doing? How many members of the MCA forum support what he's doing? How many members of the official party structure support? You have seen him going around, going to villages. This. I want to tell you, tell Kioni to parade. He's still hiding under the umbrella of the former president. The former president is an institution. He ceased being the party leader pursuant to the Presidential Retirement Benefit Act. Yes. It is not us who made him, it is the law.
Now, the Boda Safety Association of Kenya is decrying the victimization of investors in the sector by legislators in the country. This comes as Boda riders across the country have been urged to exercise caution this festive season, with Interior PS Raymond Omolo expressing the need for digital registration of riders countrywide.
The association members, led by their chair Kevin Amobadi, have called on politicians to stop victimizing investors in the transport sector as they play a key role in creating employment for the youth.
Senators na MPs kuwa kwamba wanasumbua watu ambao wameinvest katika sekta ya bodaboda. Hawa watu ambao wanapatiana mikopo. Utapata kwamba kila saa mara wanasema mambo ambayo hayana mwelekeo. Example, watu credit wamepatiana over 400,000 motorcycles in this country. These are people that should be embraced. The Senate and Parliament should make laws that can support and protect them. Ndio waendelee kuandika vijana wetu kazi. Lakini unapata kwamba hawa ndio wanapigwa, wanachochewa, waweze biashara zao ziweze kusambaratika. Sisi kama sector tumesema that is a no.
With road safety remaining a key concern in the country, especially during the festive season, Interior PS Raymond Omolo has called on boda riders to exercise caution, with the sector employing millions of youths across the country.
The safety of both boda operators and your passengers is paramount. In order to address this, we agree, and this is part of your priority, that we prioritize safety, ensuring that we have the right safety gears, both for the riders whom you represent and the passengers.
Omolo also emphasized on the importance of technology and registering of riders in the fight against criminal activities within the sector.
We also need to look at digital solutions for registration. And while I was seated there, the chairman was sharing with me the database of registered members, so that from the comfort of our phones, we can know which boda operator is in which particular location.
Deputy Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, on his part, called upon the riders to prioritize their safety through insurance covers, while highlighting the need for combined effort in the fight against drug and substance abuse.
Having an insurance cover is good security for your boda, your passengers, and the other road users. Additionally, consider having personal medical cover like the NHIF to shelve yourself from the hospital bills burdens. That way, we shall progress as one people.
Ian Keitane, Lookuptv.
Businesswoman Anne Njeri had a hard time explaining herself to the National Assembly Energy Committee on the controversial 17 billion oil imported into the country. The businesswoman was at pains to answer questions from the committee members who sought information on her claiming ownership of the fuel cargo.
Yes, please.
I don't know whether Anne can, instead of reading the entire document, she can summarize the story. Because she knows what we are talking about. You've already presented the question. So I don't know whether it's possible for her to go straight to the point.
My thinking is that since she has not exhausted the 15 minutes, it is her right to present the matter as she wishes, that it is going to do her justice.
Much obliged, Chair.
Yes, please.
Chair.
And it is not a lot, because I looked at the statement. It is just 2 pages. And she's comfortable reading it, and we have the 15 minutes. Please, I'm requesting that we just give her the time to prosecute. It is just 2 pages.
Fully guided.
Yes. Okay. Unless herself she changes mind. But you have the freedom either to read it or summarize it in your own words, but it's up to you to choose. Proceed.
I prefer to read.
Okay.
Shall I continue from where
Yes, please, proceed.
Okay. Oil allocation holders in the Middle East and Asia. I set up my base in Dubai.
There is a wife, so there is something called a marriage certificate. Sometimes you can go backwards and show her where you are hiding during the dates. And maybe a few trips to Hawaii, other places. It's materials that also make they are supporting documents. But usually now, when you have ownership of your spouse, so equally.
On to a very sad story, and police in Matete Village, Malava constituency are investigating the brutal murder of a deputy principal of a school in the area after she was strangled to death under unclear circumstances. The victim, identified as Florence Sikolia Feather, was killed by unknown assailants who had locked the room or the house from inside before committing the heinous act. Investigations are, however, still ongoing.
It is a situation that left the husband of the deceased grieving after his wife was strangled under unclear circumstances. Stephen Feather, the husband, recounted having spoken to his wife that evening before retiring to bed. Shockingly, moments later he received the devastating news of his wife's demise.
Kidogo ndio papa tena akanipikia simu. Ikabidi sasa nichukue nijieleze, nijue ni nini ilitendeka. Akaniambia, mtoto wangu, jitie moyo, bibi yako amefariki. Alinyongwa na walitumia kitambaa kumweka hapa na alinyongwa hivyo.
John Baraza, a resident, said that she was not only a dedicated teacher but also a significant contributor to the village through her farming activities. And as one of the people who were helping the burial arrangements, he added that they were doing a fundraiser to cater for the burial expenses.
Ni mauaji ya ukatili ambayo kila mtu hakufurahisha hicho kitendo vile kilivyotendeka. Kwa ujumla ninaweza sema kile kitu kilifanyika ni huzuni kubwa sana kwa hii community. Kuweka in mind huyu madam alikuwa mtu kama grim of the society ambaye alikuwa anapeana mielekezo tofauti kwa hii jamii.
Edward Muchiti, also a resident, urged the police to expedite the investigation, pointing out that there is a growing concern about the involvement of young boys in drug abuse and other undesirable behaviors.
Watu waliua yeye, walimtoa nguo, wakachukua leso yake, wakamfunga kwa shingo, wakamnyonga. Alikufa kwa kifo kigumu sana, kifo cha uchungu. Na tumeona vibaya sana mtu kufa kwa kifo ya aina hiyo ambaye hana hatia.
Ebi Kadenyi, Lookuptv.
Thank you very much, Ebi Kadenyi, for that particular story. And on that note, we take a short breather. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.
It's easier, it's bigger, it's better. It's Grand Mega Draw. Cheza na shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde mega cash ya 200 million. Isitoshe, kuna mega bonus ya up to 20 million shillings kila Jumatano na Jumamosi. Sio ndoto, unangoja nini? Cheza Loto, it could be you. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 777-000. Andika neno Look kama account number. Cheza na kati ya shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde sasa. Round hii ni more draws, more cash and big wins na Lotto.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park, fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
Now, thank you very much for staying with us. Let's continue with the bulletin. And it was early Christmas for Ngong Global Hope Children's Home after the Real Time Foundation, an arm of the Real Time Group, presented them with gifts and food ahead of the festive season. Simba Elijah Charles Kiage was in attendance and files the following report.
Dance, games, presents and food. A Christmas come early for all indeed, and according to the CEO of a Real Time Group, Liliana Arthur, the day was all an early Christmas for the boys.
We made it a special one because we wanted to enjoy Christmas with the boys.
We've danced, we've eaten, we've enjoyed everything, and the boys are happy. It's good to give back. During Christmas season, we say it's a time of giving, and this is where we come to celebrate our Christmas.
Lillian further adds that the conversation around support for underprivileged children in the society needs a balance, which is why, according to her, RTG Foundation will continue to support the boy child.
The boy child is close to my heart because one thing, I realized that everybody was going for the girl child. And then in the society, they are all children, both boys and girls. So why were we leaving the boy alone? Yet it's a family, they are poor. So the poverty level for the girl was the same as the boy. I also felt that it was being overdone and our boys were being left behind. So the girls are over-empowered, the boys are way down. I felt like we are losing a society in the future where all the girls will be very high up and the boys are very down. So I may not be able to bring the boy child to where we have brought the girl child, but let us bring them somewhere.
RTG chairperson Dr. Gila Tom emphasized on the importance of local companies supporting local communities on their most pressing needs.
And as we were talking today, when we were addressing the kids, we are going to come up with even supporting kids who've done well in school and all that. And apart from that, RTG, as we talk to this home, they have kids who are in college and all that. We'll open hands through our branches of the group companies to support them in internship and other things, so that we see that we have a Kenya which nobody lacks maybe attachment or whatever because they don't have. These are open.
Joseph Njoroge, founder and director, Global Hope Rehabilitation and Rescue Center, has lauded the efforts of RTG in recognizing the importance of donations at a time the cost of living in the country has skyrocketed.
Bearing in mind that we are undergoing through very difficult times in Kenya, especially economically, we are so happy because a time like this is Christmas time when people are supposed to be celebrating, but in a setup like this one where we have so many needy children and boys, it has been so difficult to afford such a celebration we are having today. And also for the donations that we have received from Real Time Foundation, it has been so great and amazing that they have a capacity to impact individual boys in this home, which really means a lot of positive and encouragement and giving hope to them as well. Yeah.
And the message for Kenyans during the festive period?
I think one of the things which are there is like every Kenyan is crying that maybe the economy is hard and all that. I think it's time we just hold on. I'm hopeful things will be okay in future.
RTG wishes Kenyans a happy festive season. I also wish our clients the very best and hope that we can be able to deliver just as we delivered in 2023 moving forward. And we pray that as we celebrate the birth of Jesus, let us practice and be in the spirit of giving.
Indeed, an early Christmas present for all the boys who find themselves right here at Global Hope Rescue and Rehab Center in Ngong. They have eaten, they have received their presents, they have played, they have danced. And the big message for RTG then is that more is to come and at 2024. For Look Up News, Simba, Elijah Charles Kiage.
Well, you can see how energetic Simba Elijah Charles Kiage is. I bet it is the food he was offered at that particular place. Now, tea farmers in Kisii County protested against the harvesting of their trees without permission. They decried the trees being harvested by several companies while they intended to use them in electricity distribution activities to area residents.
The protest began after the farmers discovered that the current board of directors were buying trees for wood while the factory has invested in the alternative energy.
Tumia pesa kupanda hii miti paka mahali imefika sasa. Hii miti sasa tumepata imeuzwa, hatujui ni nani aliuza.
Speaking during the protest, Charles Moguche, who is a farmer, condemned the cutting of trees without their consultation.
Tumesikia hizo pesa nusu zimepeanwa lakini zimeingia kwa mifuko ya directors hawa the current ones wako kwa ofisi sahi. So ndio tunataka serikali ifuatilie, DCI ifuatilie, au matarekitasi wanaendelea kutanganya wakulima ati miti bado ichauswa na miti imeuswa.
In Embu County, police officers in collaboration with other stakeholders are involving youth to help them shun from evils and games such as gambling and drug abuse. Embu County Police Commander Nicholas Maina stated that many young people are involved in crime because they don't find people to guide them. Maina further explained that the levels of crime among the youths are increasing and if no action is taken, the next generation is in danger.
Njia nyingine ya kutafuta riziki. Akiwa na mboga za kutosha, atapeleka soko, apate ajira, auzie mwenzake amepata pesa. Hata jingiza kwa uhalifu kwenda kuiba ndio atafute pesa kununua chakula. Na saa hiyo tukifanya hivyo tutakuwa tumepunguza visa vya uhalifu. Sababu ni njia moja ya kujikimu kimaisha.
Finally, residents in Isiolo County have a reason now to smile. This is following the action of the Islamic student community of the University of Nairobi, partnered with the Isiolo County government to establish a week-long free medical and surgery camp at Isiolo County Referral Hospital and the KMTC grounds, which is expected to provide great services to 1,000 of residents as they start Christmas and New Year celebrations.
Ambaye tulianza jana. So kuanzia Monday all through to Friday tunafanya surgeries. And then from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday tunafanya medical camp. So these surgeries ambayo tunafanya in a range from simple surgeries to complex surgeries.
Catherine Saina, Lookuptv.
On to some sporting action now, and Brewers Tusker FC pocketed 3 points at Machako Stadium after humbling Law Enforcers Police FC 1-0. Fabian Adikini netted the late strike to give Tusker FC the winner. Robert Matano's side now sit 6th on the log with 26 points.
Dakika za lala salama.
Now still on matters local football, and Murang'a Seal settled for 1-1 draw with AFC Leopards at the SportPesa Arena in Murang'a County. Victor Omune scored the early goal for Leopards in the 28th minute before Samuel Sume equalized for Murang'a Seal 4 minutes later. The draw leaves Leopards 13th on the log with 15 points, while Murang'a Seal remain 8th with 23 points. 8 points, of course, adrift league leaders Gor Mahia. Now, Nairobi United secured a 2-0 victory over Gusii FC in the rescheduled FKF NSL match played today at the Kasarani Annex. Angel Rogers gave Nairobi United the lead in the 60th minute, while Brian Agutu scored the second in the 81st minute. Meanwhile, Migori Youth and Naivas played to a goalless draw at Awenda Green Stadium.
Mistake tu kidogo imefanyika, then tumeconcede hizo mabao zenye tumeconcede second half.
Ndio tumeng'ang'ana kutoka kwa lose kuja kwa win, it's not an easy, but at least vijana wamechangamka na wakafind 2 goals na tuka keep clean sheet, so it's a very positive thing going forward. Ni vijana wadogo hawa, na vijana wadogo, the good thing about them, they are eager to improve na kucheza, so always nawasukuma kwa mazoezi, always instill more knowledge about football, na wakiimprove pia team ina improve.
And of course, today Liverpool will be playing against West Ham in the quarter-final fixture of the Carabao Cup. Remember, yesterday, despite spending over $1.1 billion in their squad, Chelsea had to wait up to the added time to equalize against a depleted Newcastle side, but of course eventually won through post-match penalties, meaning they have now advanced to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup alongside Middlesbrough and Fulham. Of course, good news for James Momanyi, my director who supports Chelsea, a mid-table club nowadays. But that is all that we had for you tonight on The Insight. See you again tomorrow. To everybody who made this a success, beg your pardon. God bless. Do have a lovely night. See you tomorrow.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations.